I think for me, food should always be celebrated. Eating well should come naturally, and being healthy really doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes the simplest ingredients can make the most delicious food. I know that I'm most happy in my kitchen, so I hope you enjoy my recipes. So aubergines have to be one of my most favourite vegetables to cook ever. I love them in stews. I think they're amazing roasted or just added to salads. This aubergine dish can feature kind of as a main dish, and I just think it's great to celebrate vegetables as opposed to always making meat the centerpiece of the meal. So it's really simple. I've just got 2 aubergines here that I've just cut in half lengthways, and I'm just gonna score them all kind of crisscross. Don't go too deep, but this just helps them cook. So once that's done, we're just gonna roast them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. You want them to get squishy, but not be 100% cooked. So I'm just going to get some coconut oil, about half a tablespoon, and kind of massage it into my hands. You can melt the coconut oil, but if you're really lazy like me, it's kind of easier just to give them a little coating this way. You don't have to be too precious. It's just so that they get some nice colour and it helps them cook. So once that's done, we're just going to put them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And now we're just going to make the dressing. So for this, we're going to use some brown rice miso paste. You can use white rice miso paste if you prefer. You can find this in most supermarkets now and any Japanese store or health food store. I really recommend having it as an ingredient. It's a bit of a weird one, but it lasts for ages. So you'll buy a pack and you'll be able to make thousands of different dishes with it. And I use it a lot just because it adds a lot of flavor. So about 2 tablespoons of that, just into a small bowl. And then you can use a sweetener of choice. Now, I'm gonna use coconut nectar, which is a bit more of a bizarre ingredient. I like the taste, but you can use maple syrup, you can use honey. Maple syrup and honey are much easier to find, but this is delicious. If you can get it, try it with the coconut nectar. So just 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're going to use some toasted sesame oil, which is just delicious, it's amazing. We're going to put about 1.5 teaspoons. And then lastly, just some cider vinegar. So just 3 teaspoons of this. So once it's all in there, we're just going to mix it up until it becomes a nice smooth paste. So once these are nicely cooked, par cooked, then we're just gonna put on this really nice thick glaze that we've made. So you can just spoon it on, it's quite easy. So just spoon them on, spread the mix out. And then once they're nice and covered, we're just gonna pop them back in the oven again. This time it's just gonna be for about another 10 minutes. I quite like to, for the last 5 minutes, turn the oven onto a grill setting. This can kind of just help caramelize it and really kind of char the aubergine a bit, but it's completely up to you. Okay, so once these are done, you'll definitely be able to tell. They'll have this really nice black, sticky sort of glaze on them. And then you're just ready to plate them up. So then we're just gonna take some freshly chopped spring onions. And then just some toasted white sesame seeds. You can find them pretty much anywhere already toasted, but if not, just get them raw, give them a quick toast in the frying pan. And then last but not least, we've got my Japanese tamari super seeds. So we're just going to sprinkle those over, and that's it. These are so delicious as a vegetable side, or like I said before, if you've got some vegetarians or vegans coming over, it makes a really good kind of meaty, hearty main.